What's up, party people, and welcome back. This is the series where I take every Street Fighter 6 character from day one all the way to Master Rank. It's a fun and effective way for me to cope with mental illness, and I hope to make you laugh and learn along the way. Every 20 minutes gaming, I've been a 5-minute break to help you learn efficiency and avoid tilt. Don't have one of those in this video, because today we are getting our first look at Mai Shiranui, the bane of many Street Fighter players' existence currently. Since she's entered the game, she has been a problem. Today, we're going to unpack the problem and teach you guys how to be a problem with her. This is before the Season 3 patch, so if any of this is nerfed, I'm sorry, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, the first thing I'm gonna do when I gotta do it, whenever we're looking at Mai, is the combo trials. Now, you don't got to finish all the combo trials, but I do feel like combo trials give you valuable information. Essentially, I look at combo trials as like when you pick up a novel or something and you turn it around and you look at the back of it. There's like a paragraph or two about what exactly the novel is going to be about. That's what I look at the combo trials. They give you information about the character's special moves, which is essentially characters' identities. And that's how you kind of learn what they're going to be about. It gives you a taste of what the character's going to be. Now, once I'm done with the combo trials, go through all of them. I did all mine. Hers aren't too difficult. But like I said, don't hold yourself. If you can't do them all, don't worry. And if you need to skip one, go ahead. But just screw around with it, and see how many you can do. And some characters you might fly through. Some characters it might be more difficult for you. But that kind of give you a more perspective of how you are in the game and what characters you jive better with. So once I'm done with the combo trials, I'm going to hunker down and I'm going to focus on my 4 key fundamentals. These are the fundamentals I use to get every single character to Master Rank. It's the fundamentals I use to play Street Fighter 6. So the first fundamental key concept is slow down and enjoy the game. Essentially, if you're not having fun, guess what, people? Go do something else. I know, I'm here. I'm trying to grow the community of Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. I'm trying to show people how much I like the game and that they should like it too, yada, yada, yada. But if you don't like it, man, go play something else. Too much discourse online these days. Everyone's pissing and moaning about everything. Nobody is having fun anymore. All anyone does is complain because they have a platform to hear them complain on. Who cares? If it's a video game, what's important is you have fun. If you're playing a video game and you're not having fun, go do something else. Don't complain about it. Just go do something else, man. Seriously. Now, the other thing is, like, you're going to lose a lot. We all lose playing fighting games. It's just part of the game. Everybody loses, even whenever, you're some cracked out player with the 70% win rate or whatever. You're still losing 30% of the time, you know what I mean? It just happens. Losing's part of the game. Now, a lot of people say, winning's the only fun part. Losing's not fun, but that's not true. You can gauge it so you can have fun while losing. And how you have fun while losing is you play to learn and you play to get better. You don't play to win. You don't play for points. You don't tie your self-worth to your points. You just play to learn. You play to get better. I always recommend maybe watching some replays of the character you're about to learn or the character that you're currently learning. Watch some pro replays. Hype yourself up before you start playing, You'll be like, oh, this looks really fun, And you might see one thing that they do with that character and you're like, you know what? That's the one thing I'm going to practice today. And when you land that one thing, or you land that new combo you've been practicing, or you land the anti you've been practicing, when you land that in a match, it feels just as good as winning, trust me. And after a while, once you do that enough, you'll start, picking up a lot of skills in this game. So, yeah. Slow down, people. Enjoy the game. We're playing a video game. Come on now. The number 2 fundamental is an easy one, and that's focus on basic execution. Too many people are focusing on the sauce combos, focusing on the fancy combos. That stuff comes later. The first thing you need to focus on is easy combos that you don't have to worry about dropping. I'm talking the most basic of the basic. We're talking a light punish, a medium punish, a heavy punish. Something that works off a wall splat, something that works off a crumple, something that's going to punish drive reversal, and a way to cash out our super. That's like 7 combos. That might sound like a lot right now even, but trust me, I try to break it down as easy as I possibly can. But 7 combos, learning 7 combos. Some of them are like the same combo, just little variation. Excuse me, I haven't had coffee yet today. That's why I keep yawning. But yeah, some of them are what do you call it? A little, variation on it. But the idea behind this is, like I said, we're just trying to focus on basic execution. I don't want to drop my combo, so whenever a time comes that I need a punish combo, I don't want to have to think about it. I just want my hands to be able to do it, without my brain needing to stop and pause and think, oh, this is the combo I need to do. Because once you hesitate like that, that's when you drop combos, If you just go for the easy stuff or the combo you've done 100 times already, odds are you're not going to drop it. You still might, but odds are you're not, And the plan is to just have that snap call decision to do this combo. So yeah, the point in this guide, I'm not going to be doing any fancy stuff. That's kind of the point of the guide. No fancy stuff at all. Just this basic combos to show you guys that anyone could learn these easy combos and get to master rank with these characters, especially with Mai. Number 3 is develop a game plan. So essentially having any kind of game plan is better than having no game plan at all, you know what I mean? And a lot of you guys might be like, oh man, now it's getting too complicated, but not really. The idea behind a game plan is kind of the analogy I use a lot is chess. Characters in Street Fighter can't move like each other. I mean, some of them are similar, but I'm not going to be able to play Mai like she's Zangief, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to play Mai like she's Blanca. Mai has a lot of stuff, but I just can't do it, In chess, the bishop can only move diagonally. He can't move horizontally or vertically. The rook can move horizontally and vertically, but can't move diagonally. These are both very strong pieces, but they do very different things, you know what I'm saying? So the idea behind this one is exactly that. The characters can only move in certain ways. I'm going to show you how to develop your own game plan a little bit later in this video. And I'm also going to supply 3 basic game plans for you as well. Oh, and also, sorry if I didn't mention it before, but there was a typed up written guide at the beginning of this video, and it's also in the description. That's what I'm using right now, so if you wanted to follow along with that, just follow along with it. Use it. That's what I'm using right now. That's what I'm reading off of. So now the 4th and most important rule is the 20 and 5 rule. If you're going to take away anything from my videos, take away the 20 and 5 rule. If you're serious about improving, just do the 20 and 5 rule. The essential idea is every 20 minutes you game, take a 5-minute break, get up, drink some water, stretch, take some deep breaths, take some deep breaths. The concept behind this one is too many people tilt queue, they get angry. You shouldn't be getting angry at the video game, but if you do it too much, if you play this game too much, especially this game, your mental stack's going to get overloaded. You're starting to get frustrated with yourself more than anything else. Point is to, take a 5-minute break every 20 minutes. Watch some YouTube. We all know what I like doing with that 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I must say? No. But seriously, yeah. So not only is it, good to help improve you from not tilting, but also all the stuff you were learning before. Like if you were practicing combos or anti-airs, your brain needs time to marinate that information. If you ever tried learning an instrument and you've played like the same part for a long time, and then you like can't even play it anymore, your fingers turn into like spaghetti, and you're like, oh, I can't even do this anymore, I need a break. You set your instrument down, then you come back a little while later, and that part you're practicing that your fingers couldn't even do anymore, you could do no problem now, you know what I mean? Because your brain had time to send that information to your nerves and develop grooves and then learn how to do that muscle hand-eye coordination thing that you've been practicing. Same thing with fighting games. And also it's just important because then you're going out of your way. You can be like, hey, I don't do a lot for my mental health. Sometimes I sit and play video games for 8 hours straight. Sometimes I just sit and rot. But if I do this one little thing where I take 5-minute breaks every 20 minutes a game and just to get up, drink some water, stretch, you know what I mean? That's huge compared to, that's one little step that, moving in the right direction, It's not this big thing that's going to change your life, you know what I mean? But Rome wasn't built in a day, But if you start now, doing one little thing for your mental health like this, it could snowball and you could start really taking care of yourself. How does a sparrow move a mountain? You know what I mean? One rock at a time, one pebble at a time, people. So in this guide, I also list off all the system mechanics. I'm not going to read through everything they do right now, but I just want to cover on them real quick. We got the drive gauge, drive impact, drive parry, drive rush, drive reversal, and overdrive. Every character in Street Fighter shares these. There's also other system mechanics like jumping and throwing that they share, but I just want to hit the drive system right now because odds are there's a lot of players I know, especially newer players, who they'll fight like Kimberly or Jamie or like Manon, and a lot of people don't think those characters are very good. I think they're pretty good. But the idea is that they'll get like ran over and they'll be like, oh, I never know when it's my turn. I never know, what I should be doing. It feels like that they just get to do whatever they want, and then I'm in the corner and I don't get to press any buttons, and they just do all this crazy stuff and I die. What do? I don't know what I need to be doing about this. And the thing with that is if you look at the drive system and you look at the options the drive system gives you, odds are one of these options is going to be the answer to what's giving you trouble. It's like, oh, Kimberly put me in the corner and now it's a one-player game. What do? Well, I've got some drive gauge. Do I drive impact? Oh, no, she just drive impacts me back. Shoot. Drive parry? Oh, I could parry her stuff and I don't lose drive gauge anymore. She might go for a throw, though, but this still works, I'm not getting pressured totally bad, and if I land that perfect parry, then I'm totally out. Okay, put a check mark next to that. That's an option. Drive rush? No, I'm in the corner, but I might be able to press a button to drive rush out to get out of this corner. Okay, put a check mark next to that one. Drive reversal? Oh, this is the one that works most of the time. If I need to get her off me before she goes totally nuts on me, I do a drive reversal while she's pressing 1,000 buttons, and now I'm out of the corner. Oh, okay. Same thing with Manon. I don't know what to do when Manon gets close to me. She just pressures me so bad. Oh, I do the drive reversal, and it puts her that far away from me, and now we get to restart again. Oh, that's really good. Marissa's a monster. What do? Oh, I block her medium punch, and I drive reversal her, and I put her halfway across the screen, and I get to start over again. Oh, put a gold star next to that one. You know what I mean? And you could just go through all these options whenever something specific's giving you trouble. Honda Headbutt was the big one whenever the game first came out. Everyone thought Honda was the worst, designed character of all time. I still don't think he's a good designed character, but we were like, oh, you just have to perfect parry everything. That's really stupid. But then you take it into training mode and you practice the perfect parry timing on Headbutt and Butt Slam from E.Honda. And it's actually a very large window to perfect parry those moves. So then we're like, oh, wait a minute. This really isn't that bad at all once we practiced it. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with any move in this game. If it's giving you trouble, you could just go down the drive list, the mechanics, the system mechanics of the drive system. Odds are you're going to find a way to break out of there. So with the B&Bs, the bread and butters for I may have already had them on the screen already. They may be on the screen right now, but we've got 6 really easy combos here, and most of them, the supers will combo. But yeah, we just got a light combo, an easy medium combo, easy heavy combo, easy crumple combo. And then to supers, yeah, her what do you call it? Her I don't remember what the move's called, but the EX quarter circle back version, the 2 punches with the quarter circle back where she spins around and the fire goes up. You can combo any super off of that. In combo, if you just replace any special move with that, you can do any super off of it. But she can actually doesn't even need to do it for her level 2 super. You don't even have to spin bar on it. You can just do the regular quarter circle back heavy punch version. And Super 2 leads into that. And then, quarter circle forward kicks, her, dash elbow move. Usually you'll cancel that into her level 3 just because you can end, any combo with it. And does a lot of damage. So, yeah, mine's real easy in that way. There's a lot of different ways to land her stuff. She's a very, very stacked character, if you know what I'm saying. Possibly the most stacked character in Street Fighter 6. Stacked. She's got boobies. Anyways, so now if you look in my guide, my typed up written guide that I said that I have down below for you, and it was also at the beginning of the video, you'll see how to find starter decks. This was this is how to find game plans right here. So you'll see, and we'll either have the videos on now or they'll be on later, but we're gonna watch 2 matches with Mai. The first one will be Kazunoko versus Dogura, and the second one will be Moke versus DCQ. And if you look at what I do for these videos, I write down every single thing that happens in these matches, play by play, one after the other. I go every single play that happens in the match, every time something happens, I write a beat down. I write what they do, what Kazunoko's doing, what Moke's doing. I write everything down. And why I do that, if you look, like I said, it just says, drive rush, then he takes a throw. Then he throws an EX fan after he takes that throw. And if you watch the videos that I have on the screen and look at this guide, you'll see, you can follow along and see what I mean by I write down everything that happens in this match. Why I do that is I want to see how they're getting their damage. I want to see how they're winning. I want to see what they're doing exactly. And then I want to decipher that and make some real easy to understand game plans that I can use to get to Master Rank. And if I can use them to get to Master Rank, then you guys can. So our first game plan is pretty much the same game plan I use for every character. I call it my pop quiz. And you just want to test your opponents. A lot of newer players won't think about doing this, which is interesting to me, but you want to go down the list, just like how we went down the list for system mechanics. You want to go down the list and see what your opponent's answers are for your good stuff. So Mai's EX Fan, probably the best special move in the game. So we want to test our opponent and see what they're going to do about that. Because if they block it, we could run up, we could go high, we can go low, we can throw them. Or they might just freak out. They might get hit by it. We don't know what they're going to do about this move, but it's Mai's best move, so we want to find out what they're going to do. Mai has Crouch Medium Kick Dry Rush, which by default makes her a good character in Street Fighter 6. It's just a very strong option to go for. Very good for pressure. Her raw Dry Rush is very strong. It's very fast. I do write, do they have an answer for her infinite? And if you're wondering what the Mai infinite is, you'll watch the placements and stuff after this. But essentially, it's her throw loop. Once she's got you in the corner, she can throw loop you or press heavy punch into heavy fan. And a lot of players just have no idea how to deal with this and just lose games because of it. There's a lot more on here. But yeah, we got to see what our opponent's doing. Are they parrying too much? I better start throwing them. Do they check dry rush? No, I'm just going to dry rush forever. Do they tech throws? No, then I'm going to throw them 1,000 times. Do they mash on wake up? Yes. Okay, then I'm going to hit them with a heavy punch on wake up, or I'm going to throw them on wake up because it's going to work every time. Do they ever DI back in the corner? Stuff like that, It's all on the list. But yeah, we want to see what our opponent does about all this stuff. And if they have answers, if they don't have an answer for something, like if they're not anti-airing or doing anything about EX Fan, we're just going to do it over and over again until we win. You know what I mean? That's not our problem that they don't do their homework. Technically, we're helping them if we're doing something over and over again that they don't have an answer for. They got time to figure out an answer and make themselves a better player. So our second game plan is, I called it too much good stuff because, yeah, Mai's stacked boobies. But no, this character, Sajam, I think, said it best. Sajam, if you're unaware, he is a fighting game personality, commentator, YouTuber, whatever you want to call him. He's got swoopy hair. But he said it like whenever you play like a card game, like Hearthstone or something, and someone puts a deck together with just all the good cards of the game. There's no like archetype. It's just got a bunch of good cards in it, and they win a bunch with it. That's Mai, Mai is a very well-rounded character. She has pretty much everything. I'm sure she'll be nerfed, which is unfortunate that this guy came out before Season 3, but, time waits for no man. But, yeah, she gets auto set play after her uppercut. You could dash up, drive rush, throw a heavy fan. You can do anything you want after it, basically. You could mix up uncharged and charged fans for free anti-airs or free pressure. She could also do her quarter circle forward light kick special move to get frame advantage after an uppercut. Literally, you hit an uppercut, you can do all this stuff just automatically, and it gives you either frame advantage or whatever, It's very strong stuff. What you're looking for is corner carry off of anything she does, though. Even her forward throw gives her really good corner carry. And she's got probably the best throw loop in the game. So once you get him into the corner, you loop him over and over again. Or you press heavy punch and you charge a heavy fan. Or you press heavy punch and you throw an EX fan. And you trap them there forever and then they die. And then our game plan 3 is Mai's level 1. Mai's level 1 is ridiculous. Does a lot of damage. She also builds meter really fast. So just using one of these whenever you have them in the corner to end a combo with is like never a bad idea because the enhanced fireball is insanely strong. Just using the level 1 for the enhanced fireball is usually worth it. The EX version of the enhanced fireball is also, that thing's just unbelievable, and you could throw multiples. And everything she does, all her special moves get buffed and do more damage with this level 1. So yeah, ending with level 1 or waking up with level 1 or just doing level 1, throwing 3 EX fans and doing level 1 full screen just to get the buff is usually worth it because that buff is serious. It's very strong. Just for the EX fans alone, very strong. So that is our Mai guide. You guys could, like I said, follow along, take pictures, or whatever you want to. But next thing we're going to be doing is placement, so I could show you guys this guide in action and how I use it to get Mai to master with all this information. So that being said, party people, I am the Depressed Gamer. I need you all to be good to yourselves. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of them. I try to reply to every single comment. So whatever you guys got to say, fire it down below. Even if you just want to say hello. You got to keep on struggling, people. Ain't no getting off of this train till we at the end of the line. And I will see you in the next one.